"Look at those legs," one student snickered, barely able to keep the laughter out of their voice. "He looks like a spider." "I heard he can't even fit into normal pants," another chimed in. "What does he do, buy clothes from the circus?" Tumo's face burned with embarrassment as he heard the snide comments. He shifted uncomfortably in his seat, trying to focus on his textbook. The teacher, Mrs. Kabila, was droning on about fractions, but her voice was a distant hum compared to the sting of the student's mockery. A crumpled paper ball hit Tumo's desk, and he glanced up to see the source, a group of boys at the front of the class, their faces twisted with glee. One of them, Daniel, pointed at Tumo's legs with an exaggerated motion. "Hey, Tumo! Why don't you show us how you can do the splits? I bet you're secretly a circus performer." The room erupted in laughter. Tumo's stomach churned with a mix of shame and anger. He tried to ignore them, but their words were like sharp needles, pricking at his resolve. He had long learned to endure their taunts, but today was different. The whispers and laughter seemed louder, more relentless. As the bell rang, signaling the end of the period, Tumo gathered his things quickly, eager to escape the room. He hoped the hallway would be quieter, but as he made his way to his locker, the mocking continued. Students lingered in small groups, their voices hushed but still cutting through the air. "Did you see him limping out of class? I swear, it's like he's always trying to hide his legs," one girl said, her voice dripping with disdain. Tumo's hands trembled as he fumbled with his locker combination. He had hoped that his legs would remain a mystery, something he could control and hide from prying eyes. But now, their strange appearance seemed like an open book, read and judged by everyone around him. Just as he was about to close his locker, he noticed a folded note stuck to it. The handwriting was hurried, the ink smudged. Curiosity mingled with apprehension as he unfolded it. "Meet me by the old oak tree after school. Your legs hide a secret that could change everything." The note sent a shiver down Tumo's spine. What secret could possibly be linked to his legs? And why would someone want to meet him in such a secluded spot? The old oak tree was notorious for being a place where students went to hide or meet in secret, but it had always been a place of rumor and mystery. As the day dragged on, Tumo could barely concentrate on his classes. The note weighed heavily on his mind. He knew he couldn't ignore it, not after the day's relentless teasing and the unsettling tone of the message. Finally, the school day ended, and Tumo made his way toward the old oak tree with a mix of dread and anticipation. The shadows were lengthening, and the sky was painted with streaks of orange and purple as the sun began to set. The oak tree stood at the edge of the school grounds, its twisted branches casting long, dark shadows on the ground. Tumo approached cautiously, his heart pounding in his chest. The note had promised a revelation, but he wasn't sure if he was ready for whatever lay ahead. As he reached the tree, he glanced around, searching for any sign of the person who had left the note. The wind rustled through the leaves, and a figure emerged from the growing darkness, a girl named Lila, known for her quiet demeanor. Her face was tense, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and determination. "Tumo," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I know what you've been through, and I think I understand what's happening to you." Tumo's breath caught in his throat. "How do you know?" Lila glanced around nervously before continuing. "My grandmother told me stories about people with extraordinary traits who were destined for something beyond their understanding. She spoke of ancient powers hidden in plain sight, and I think your legs might be part of that." Before Tumo could respond, a low, guttural growl echoed through the trees, and shadows began to converge around them. The figures from the day's taunts seemed to take on a menacing shape, their eyes glowing with a sinister light. Lila grabbed Tumo's hand. "We have to get out of here. There's something ancient and dangerous about your legs that's being awakened. We need to uncover the truth." They ran through the dim forest, the darkness closing in on them. The journey ahead was fraught with danger, but for the first time, Tumo felt a spark of hope. His legs, once a source of mockery, might hold the key to something far greater than he had ever imagined. As they stumbled upon a hidden cave, illuminated only by the flickering light of Lila's lantern, Tumo realized that the real journey was just beginning. The ancient symbols on the cave walls spoke of a prophecy involving someone with extraordinary legs, and the shadows that pursued him were not merely a result of his appearance but a sign of a destiny he was only beginning to understand. With Lila by his side, Tumo embraced his new role. The secrets of his legs, long shrouded in mystery and mockery, were finally being unveiled. The shadows of his past fears gave way to the light of discovery and purpose. The path ahead was uncertain, but Tumo knew one thing for sure. He was no longer defined by the ridicule of others, but by the extraordinary destiny that awaited him. Kindly subscribe, like and comment. Make sure you never miss out our new content once we upload.